welcome your host, Miss Gigi C. Devilla and Mr. Rodrigo Panlaki Jr.
Good morning, Bataan! Good morning, Philippines! Mabuhay and welcome to the second day of the Division Showcase and Awarding of Outstanding Integrative Performance Task. Good morning, Ma'am G!
Yes, good morning, Sir Ron, and good morning, everyone. SBO Bataan, good morning po. Sir Ron, yesterday's experience was certainly great, but
That's true, ma'am. The presentations were all astounding, and the outputs of the learners presented are truly evidences of norm-based and reliable activities.
tama ka dyan, Sir Ron. What we witnessed yesterday is one indication that SBO Bataan teachers and learners are unceasingly striving for excellence despite miserable and odd situation. And today, we shall witness the secondary books showcase of IPTs and products. For sure, today's will exceed our expectations, diba, Taron?
Yes, Ma'am G, it's surprising talaga that despite the amount of work of teachers and students, we are still able to produce quality outputs. It's very impressive, ma'am. And for sure, Ma'am G, we will also enjoy watching the outputs today. So, ma'am, what are we waiting for?
Okay, yes, sir. Please do the honor.
Sure, ma'am. So let's give some minutes in affirming our love for our country and trust to our Almighty Lord through audio-visual presentations of nationalistic song and a song of praise. Let's all join.
Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay. Tungkulin ko'y gagampanan na lagi kang paglingkuran. Ang laya mo'y papantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang. Ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw, Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay. Tungkulin ko'y gagampanan na lagi kang paglingkuran. Ang laya mo'y papantayan, Pilipinas kong hirang. Pilipinas kong hirang.
Dear Lord, we praise and worship you today. You are exalted in our midst. We ask for forgiveness for every sin we have done. Have mercy on us, our Father. As we start our program today, let your guidance and protection be upon us. Send your Spirit to us and give us wisdom. We thank you for all the blessings we have received. We also thank you for the lives of the people in this place. Be glorified in everything we do. In your name we pray. Amen.
So, partner, what's next?
Yes, ma'am. So we will now proceed to the video presentation of the IBTs and products of the secondary level. Friends and viewers, sit down, relax, and enjoy viewing the 12 outputs from grade 7 to grade 12. Starting off with grade 7, to present IPT Quarter 3, let's all give a hand to Ma'am Miljoy G. Sanina, Teacher 3 of the Mount National High School.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to the presentation of the Integrative Performance Task for Grade 7, Quarter 3. I am your presenter, Niljoy G. Sanina from Lamao National High School, Limay District. Here are the names of the dedicated and diligent people behind this output who strive to make this possible and successful. This integrative performance task covers 8 competencies from 8 learning areas, and the core subject is English, with the competency use correct and appropriate multimedia resources when orally giving information, instructions, making explanations, and narrating events in personal or factual recounts. The main output for this IPT is to create a 10-minute vlog with a theme, A Day in the Life of a Student Pandemic Edition. This task shall be done in group consisting of 3 members. Each member shall have a duty to perform: a scriptwriter, a vlogger, and a video editor. Moreover, the vlog shall achieve the other tasks from other learning competencies such as in Filipino na may gawain na ibahagi sa iyong vlog ang kahalagahan ng paggamit ng wastong tono o intonasyon, haba at diin at hinto o antala sa paglalahad ng mga pangyayaring naganap o ginawa sa buong araw. We also have the task in science, which is to describe your motion in terms of distance or displacement, speed or velocity, and acceleration as you perform your personal activity. Next is math, which is to illustrate your dream house using the different polygons and explain on your vlog the polygons that are used in the illustration. Para naman sa araling panlipunan na may gawain na ibahagi o ikwento sa iyong vlog ang iyong karanasan na nagpapakita ng mga bahaging ginagampanan ng mga kababaihan tungo sa pagkakapantay-pantay, pagkataong pang-ekonomiya at karapatang pampolitika. Para naman sa edukasyon sa pagpapakatao, ipakita ang pagkakasunod-sunod na prioridad na gawain sa araw-araw. And as for the TLE, the task is to demonstrate how you clean and sanitize your kitchen. And lastly, for MAPE, specifically physical education, the learners are going to demonstrate any physical activity they do for the whole day. Upon creating this integrative performance task, we were well guided with a very effective model for a meaningful assessment, and that is the acronym GRASS. It starts with a goal, which includes the learning competencies that I showed earlier. For the role of the learners in this task is to be a vlogger who creates a video log or vlog about a specific content. Next is the audience. The subject teachers of the learners are the audience who will take part on assessing the output. Next is identifying the situation. In this task, the learners will demonstrate and document the activities they are doing, emphasizing how they learn at home through the distance learning. As for the product, performance, or purpose for evaluation, the learners are going to create a 10-minute vlog with a theme, A Day in the Life of a Student Pandemic Edition. And lastly, for the standards and criteria for success, the subject teachers provided a rubric for each learning area to assess the output of the learners. This integrative performance task aims to lessen the activity of the learners without compromising the learning outcome. We stand with the Department of Education in advocating learning amidst the pandemic. This is Niljoy G. Sanina. Thank you for listening.
Good morning, netizens, and welcome to my vlog. I'm Tiffany Daniel Filipino from grade 7 Zinya. It's a good day to be productive. Kaya naman today, our vlog is about a day in my life. In this vlog, ipapakita ko sa inyo ang mga ginagawa ko buong araw bilang estudyante at kung paano ako mag-aral ngayong distance learning. We all know that we're still experiencing pandemic. Pero kahit na may pandemic, kailangan pa rin nating matuto. This vlog is for the third quarter integrative performance task. Excited na ba kayo? Tara! Samahan niyo ko!
Thank you so much, Ma'am Joy, and to share her output in grade 7 IPT quarter 4 from Lamang National High School, a round of applause to Maria RBA Estrades.
Integrative Performance Task Output Grade 7, Quarter 4. I am Maria RVA Estaris, Lamao National High School, Limay District. The Development Team, Author Maria RVA Estaris, Co-Author Content Editor Miguel V. Bondoc, Joy G. Senina, Erlinda L. Quezon, Joyce L. Estropia, Juvian B. Libanan, Co-Author Language Reviewer Marisa D. Lumbendencio, Cheryl M. Montecalvo, Ronaldin D. Ramos, Co-Author Illustrator Lady Isabel B. Malit, Irene D. Patricio, Co-Author Layout Artist Mary Ann S. Centeno, Loretta B. Andaya, Michelle Ann S. Giesta, District Supervisor Elma P. Dizon, School Principal Marijoy B. Mendoza, EDD, Department Head Erlene B. Carag, Head Teacher 3, Filipino. Competencies for each and every subject. Science is the core subject. Cite and explain ways of using Earth's resources sustainably. English. Employ a variety of strategies for effective interpersonal communication. Filipino. Nagagamit ang mga salita at pangungusap ng may kaisahan at pagkakaugnay sa mabubuong script. Mathematics. Gathers statistical data. Araling panlipunan na pahahalagahan ang mga kontribusyon ng silangan at timog silangang Asya sa kulturang Asyano. TLE, Horticulture. Identify farm tools and equipments according to use. MAPE, undertakes physical activity and physical fitness assessments. ESP, na ipapaliwanag ang kahalagahan ng makabuluhang pagpapasya sa uri ng buhay. Task per subject. Science as the core subject. Filipino. Bumuo ng script batay sa mga nakalap na impormasyon tungkol sa mga paraan ng pagpapanatili ng pinagkukunang ligtas sa enerhiya na gagamitin mo sa iyong pag-uulat. English, Mathematics, and MAPE. Act like a reporter and conduct a recorded interview with 5 members of your family on how to conserve energy and Earth's resources through some physical activities that they do on home. Kindly include the recordings of your newscasting and through the data gathered, identify the frequency of the response of each respondent. TLE, Horticulture, interview 5 members of your family, let them name the tools that they use in watering plants and state how using these tools could help in water conservation. Araling panglipunan, sa pamamagitan ng newscasting, ibahagi ang naging kontribusyon ng Timog Silangang Asya sa paggamit ng enerhiya sa loob ng tahanan na patuloy na isinasagawa sa kasalukuyang pamumuhay. ESP, edukasyon sa pagpapakatao kapanayamin ng 5 miyembro ng pamilya at alamin ang kanilang mga mabubuting pasyang ginawa sa mga pamamaraan ng pagtitipid ng pinagkukunang enerhiya sa loob ng tahanan. Grasp, gold, science. Cite and explain ways of using Earth's resources sustainably. English. Employ a variety of strategies for effective interpersonal communication. Mathematics. Gathers statistical data. MAPE. Undertakes physical activity and physical fitness assessments. Filipino, nagagamit ang mga salita at pangungusap ng may kaisahan at pagkakaugnay-ugnay sa mabubuong script. TLE, Horticulture. Identify farm tools and equipments according to use. Araling panglipunan. Napapahalagahan ang kontribusyon ng silangan at timog silangang Asya sa kulturang Asyano. ESP, edukasyon sa pagpapakatao. Na ipapaliwanag ang kahalagahan ng makabuluhang pagpapasya sa uri ng buhay. Role. Your job is to act as a reporter and interview family members to their intervention on conserving Earth's resources. Audience. The target audience is your family members. Situation. As we experience water and power shortage recently due to long stay at home because of the pandemic, you will interview 5 family members on how they conserve Earth's resources. Product. Create a 7-minute newscast about the intervention on conserving Earth's resources. Standards for criteria of success. The task includes criteria rubric targeting indicators for understanding and successful performance to ensure that the objectives are met by the learners.
Thank you, Ma'am Estaris, for that very nice video. And from Pablo Roman National High School, District of Pilar, to share IPT Quarter 3 for Grade 8, let's all cheers for Ma'am Ovita C. Atuan.
I am presenting to you the integrative performance task of Grade 8, Quarter 3. I am Mrs. Ovita Atuan from Pablo Roman National High School, Pilar District. The course subject is ESP 8. Okay, narito po ang mga subject competencies at performance output sa ESP 8. Isasagawa mga angkop na kilos sa pagsunod at paggalang sa magulang, nakatatanda at may otoridad at nakaiimpluwensya sa kapwa kabataan na may pamalas ito. Maghanap na 5 larawan sa internet o sa mga aklat na nagpapamalas ng paggalang at pagsunod sa otoridad ng mga kabataan Pilipino. Pilipino na iugnay ang mga kaisipan sa akda sa mga kaganapan sa sarili, lipunan at daigdig. Sa mga napiling larawan, pumili na isa at gawa ng maikling talata ng paghahambing sa kaisipan ng akdang ating tinalakay sa Pilipino. English, determine various social, moral, and economic issues discussed in text listened to. From the picture that you have chosen, again describe the social, moral, and economic issues shown in the picture. Science infer that when a body exerts a force on another, an equal amount of force is exerted back on it. Choose again another picture from the 5 pictures that you have chosen, then explain how the chosen second picture shows this law in science, law of interaction, which shows that for every action, there is an opposite and equal reaction, meaning, kung gusto mong irespeto ka o igalang ng kapwa mo, nakatatanda sa iyo, dapat mong matutunan kung paano sila igalang at irespeto. Araling panlipunan na ipapahayag ang pagpapahalaga sa pag-usbong ng nasyonalismo sa Europa at iba't ibang bahagi ng daigdig. Muli balikan ang 5 larawang iyong kinuha at sagutin ang tanong na ito, sino-sino sa ating paligid ang karapat-dapat na makatanggap ng paggalang o respeto? Bakit? MAPE examines the important roles and responsibilities of parents in child rearing and care. Ngayon naman, piliin sa 5 larawan ng mga may imahe ng isang magulang o kay larawan ng nakatatanda at sagutin ang tanong na ito. Ano-ano ba ang dapat ituro ng magulang ukol sa respeto at paggalang sa kanilang mga anak na maaari nilang isabuhay? Mathematics, graph a system of linear equations in 2 variables. Itala at pagsunod-sunurin batay sa kahalagahan ang mga pangungusap na nagpapakita ng pagrespeto at pagsunod sa autoridad na iyong nabuo sa unang mga gawain. Ipagawa din ito sa iyong 10 kaklase at gumawa ng grapiko upang ipakita kung alin ang pinakamadalas o pinakamaraming gumagawa nito hanggang sa kasalukuyan. Narito naman po ang graphs sa goal. Ito po yung mga learning competencies na nabanggit ko po kanina. Ang role po, ikaw ay participant sa isang virtual YES Camp. Inatasan kayong gumawa ng isang pictochart ukol sa pagpapakita ng respeto at pagsunod sa autoridad. Ipapakita sa iyong mga kapwa participants sa iyong YES Camp ang iyong nilikhang pictochart. Sila ang iyong mga kasama rin sa bio schedule online class ninyo. Yung ipipresent sa lahat ng dumulo sa virtual YES Camp ang iyong ginawang pictochart ukol sa pagpapakita ng respeto at pagsunod sa autoridad. Nakagagawa ng isang pictochart na nagpapakita ng respeto at pagsunod sa autoridad. Gamitin ang pamantayan na ibinigay ng gurong facilitator sa YES Camp o ang rubric sa paglikha ng kinakailangang pictochart ukol sa pagpapakita ng respeto at pagsunod sa autoridad. Ito po yung performance task para sa 3rd quarter ESP bilang core subject na may integrasyon ng lahat ng subjects sa grade 8. Mamarkahan ang output gamit ang rubrics o pamantayan sa ibaba. Narito po yung gawain po ng mga bata na kanila pong ilalagay sa bond paper. Ito po yung rubrics sa pagbubuo ng likhang pictochart. So, meron pong indicators at mga points na dapat pong imarka sa mga bata. Maraming salamat po. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. God bless po.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Sophie. Now, to showcase the IPT Quarter 4 for Grade A, let's welcome on screen one of the aides of Pablo Roman National High School, Ma'am Emerita P. Reyes.
Magandang buhay! Ako po si Ma'am Emerita Pizarro Reyes para i-present sa inyo ang Integrity Performance Output para sa Grade 8, Quarter 4, Week 7 and 8. Para po i-present sa inyo, unahin muna po natin ang graphs. Wherein, ang goal, kailangan po na ang lahat ng competencies ng bawat subject ay i-present natin based on 7 to 8 weeks. Tingnan po natin, ang bawat subject po na yan ay based on milk ang competencies. Then, ano yung magiging role ng bata? Ang bata po ay ang mag-aaral ay gaganap bilang isang reporter. Sino ang magiging audience? Based on the graphs natin, nasa A na po tayo. Ang magiging audience po ay miyembro ng pamilya, kaibigan, at guro. Ano ang magiging sitwasyon? Bilang isang reporter, ikaw ay naatasan na maggawa ng balita tungkol sa isang lugar sa inyong komunidad na kung saan nagkaroon ng malaking pagbabago, 3 taon hanggang 5 taon na ang nakalipas. Siyempre, batay sa obserbasyon ng mag-aaral, ang gagawin mo, magbibigay ka rin ng mga bahagi mo para mas mapaganda, mas makatulong ka para sa ikauunlad ng inang kalikasan. At kung sakali na ang larawan o yung lugar na iyon ay mayroong mga sagabal, paano ka din makatutulong? Sabi nga, ang maliit na bagay na maibibigay natin, kapag pinagsama-sama natin, ito ay mas lalaki, malaking tulong para sa ating bansa at sa ating inang kalikasan. Kaya, ang magiging product ng bata, siya ay makakagawa ng isang balita tungkol sa kanyang komunidad. At pagkatapos, pwede rin ito na ang nagawa niyang balita na may kasamang picture based on online, pwede niyang i-share to sa kanyang Facebook account. Pagka naman offline, pwedeng ang picture lang ng kanyang lugar kasama ang sanaysay. And then, ang standard at criteria for success, kinakailangan ito ay grade. Gamitan to ng rubrics ng bawat subject. Isang rubrics na lang po ang ipinakita ko, ito po yung mga criteria. Na kung saan, dapat din alam ng bata ang mga criteria. Okay. Para po dun sa graphs, para po mas maunawaan natin kung ano ang dapat na gawin ng bawat subject teacher, ito po yung, di po ba sabi ko na nga po ulit kanina, ang science, ang core subject natin. Then, ito po yung human impact on the environment. Kaya, siya po ay magpo-provide ng picture doon sa kanilang lugar na nagkaroon ng malaking pagbabago. Ang ginawa ko po sa English, sa Filipino, sa ESP, at sa Math, ito po ay isa na lamang silang output. Wherein, based doon sa kanilang competencies, ang English gagawa ng paragraph, ang Filipino gagawa ng sanaysay, ang ESP yung angkop na kilos, ayon sa kaanyuan na para mapanatili ang kaayusan ng komunidad, and then ang Math, ay magsasagawa ng systematic listing para po ma-emphasize ang importance ng pagtulong sa kalikasan. Kape po, ang gagawin ay make an interview promoting a healthy lifestyle. And then sa TLE, mag-a-apply sila ng different ways on how to avoid the hazard and risk on the workplace. Kaya, ibig pong sabihin, ang lahat po ng subject na ito ay magkakaroon ng output wherein makikita po natin ang English, Filipino, ESP, Math 8, mapapansin po natin halos isa lang po ang magiging output nito based doon sa gagawin nilang report. Kaya, ang ibig sabihin, ito pong ating gagawin, ang IPT natin ay magiging magaan para sa mga bata, magiging magaan din para sa mga guro. Marami pong salamat.
Thanks, Ma'am Emerita. To display the output for IPT Quarter 3, Grade 9, let's give it up for Ma'am Veronica J. Cordova of Balsic National High School.
Magandang araw po, nais ko pong ibahagi sa inyo ang aming nabuong Integrative Performance Task or Output. Mula po sa Grade 9 Quarter 3, ako po si Veronica J. Cordova from Balsic National High School, Hermosa District. Nais ko pong pasalamatan ang bumubuo ng development team upang mabuo namin ang Integrative Performance Task sa Edukasyon sa Pagpapakatao 9. Narito po ang aming nabuong Integrative Performance Task. Ang edukasyon sa pagpapakatao ang aming ginawang core subject, kung saan ang competencies po ng 4 na subject ay aming na-integrate sa isa't isa. Narito ay ang Arts, TLE, Filipino, and English. Narito po ang 5 asignatura na aming ginamit upang ma-integrate namin ang iba't ibang competencies upang makabuo ng isang performance output. Unang-una po ang ESP, ang aming core subject. Pangalawa, Arts, TLE, Filipino, and English. Kung saan ang mga competencies po na ito ay magkaugnay upang makabuo ng isang performance output na pinamagatang talento kong angkin gagamitin sa produktibong gawain. Upang lubos po nating maunawaan aming ginawang integrative performance task, narito po ang aming graph. Kung saan nandito po sa goal ang mga competencies na magkakaugnay sa edukasyong pagpapakatao na kabubuo ng mga hakbang upang magkaroon ng kalidad o kagalingan sa paggawa ng isang gawain o produkto kasama na ang pamamahala sa oras ng ginugol dito. Arts, analyze art elements and principle in the production of work following the style of neoclassicism and romanticism. TLE, complete written records and reports accurate within designated timeliness. Sa Filipino, nagagamit ang angkop na pang-ugnay sa hudyat ng pagsunod-sunod ng mga pangyayari sa lilikahing sanaysay. Sa English naman po, judge the relevance and worth of ideas presented in the material viewed. Sa role naman po, ang mga mag-aaral ay gaganap bilang isang inhinyero. Sila ay magdidisenyo at bubuo ng isang simpleng bahay gamit ang mga patapong bagay o recycled materials. Ang mga audience po nila ay ang mga magulang at guro na susuruin ang mga pamamaraan at hakbang na isinagawa ng mag-aaral upang mabuo ang simpleng bahay. Situation naman po, bilang isang inhinyero, naatasan ka na bumuo ng simpleng bahay na nagpapakita ng estilo at katangian ng neoclassicism at romanticism art. Gamit ang mga patapong bagay na maaaring makuha sa inyong bakuran, sa pagbuo ng bahay, mangyari lamang na itala ang mga hakbang at pamamaraan na ginawa mo na nagpapakita ng wastong paggamit sa oras at kalidad sa paggawa. Sa pagtatala ng mga ito, kinakailangan mong isaalang-alang ang wastong paggamit ng mga angkop na pag-ugnay. Ilahad ang kahalagahan ng iyong mga ginamit na pamamaraan upang mabuo ang bahay na nagpapakita ng iyong malawak na imahinasyon o idea ng pagiging malikhain na may kaakibat na wastong pamamahala sa oras na nagpapakita ng kalidad at kagalingan sa paggawa. Para sa product performance, nakabuo ng isang simpleng bahay na gamit ang mga patapong bagay sa inyong bakaran na naisasalaysay ang mga pamamaraan o hakbang na ginawa gamit ang mga wastong pang-ugnay upang maipakita ang wastong pamamahala sa oras na mayroong kalidad at kagalingan sa paggawa. Para sa standards and criteria for success, gagamitin ng guro o magulang ang rubric sa pamantayan sa paggawa. Para po sa kanilang performance output, narito po ang ilang gawa ng aking mga mag-aaral. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Ma'am Cordova. So another eye-catching video will be presented from one of the finest in Hermosa National High School to showcase IPT Quarter 4 for grade 9. Let's have on screen Ma'am Ursuline T. Quinto.
Integrative Performance Task or Output. Grade 9 Quarter 4. I am Ursuline T. Ginto from Hermosa National High School, Hermosa District. This is our development team. Author and layout artist, Ursuline T. Ginto. Co-author, content editor, Arnold Marcos. IPT and LRMDS District Coordinator, Mayrica S. Pineda. And this is our management team. Schools Division Superintendent, Roland M. Fronda. Assistant School Division Superintendent, William Roderick Fallorin. Chief Education Supervisor, Milagros M. Peñaflor. Education Program Supervisor, LRMDS, Edgar E. Garcia. Education Program Supervisor, MAPE, Maria Teresa E. Perez. District Supervisor, Assigned District, Ronia S. Mendoza. And our School Principal, Raycor E. Sakdalan. This is our graphic presentation. Our core subject is MAPE, Physical Education. Competency participates in active recreation. We integrate science, describe the vertical dimension of a projective. Mathematics illustrate the angles of elevation and angle of depression. English, judge the relevance and worth of ideas, soundness of author's reasoning, and the effectiveness of the presentation. ESP, napagninilayan ang mahalagang hakbang na ginawa upang maunlad ang kanyang talento at kakayahan ayon sa kanyang hilig, mithiin, lokal at global na demand. Filipino, na itatala ang nalikom na datos sa pananaliksik. And araling panlipunan, natutukoy ang iba't ibang gampanin ng mamamayang Pilipino upang makatulong sa pambansang kaunlaran. This is our grasp. Subject, MAPE. Our performance output, we have the video demonstration. In math, we have the performance output. State and show the distance between shooter and the basketball ring. Then science, state the time when the ball reaches the ground. English, show and state the data used. Filipino, pagtatala ng mga datos. ESP, pagbabahagi ng idea. AP, pagbabahagi ng idea. Our goal, guide question. What is the role of the student in this assessment? Answer, student as an athlete. Make a video demonstration of basic basketball shooting. Next, who is the audience considering the role identified? Answer, family members and teachers. Next, what is the situation or task where this performance is required? So as the COVID-19 pandemic continues, learners are restricted to participate in organized sports and other physical activities outside their home. In that case, we formulate an activity in which the students can perform physical activity. The learner will improvise a basketball rim to be used in their video demonstration. The content of the video must include the measuring, execution of skills, stating the data, and explanation of how thus participating in sports like basketball improves the local and global economy in terms of health, discipline, and social cohesion. Guide question, what product or performance is required in this situation? So, video demonstration of basic basketball shooting drill. Next, what are the standards or criteria in evaluating the product or performance? So the teacher will use the rubrics adapted from DepEd Bataan Division Memorandum 133 Series 2021. And here are the rubrics. Reference, BLR Portal Final Copy of K-12 MELCs with CG code. Again, I am Ursuline T. Ginto from Hermosa National High School. Thank you.
Thanks, Ma'am Ginto. Now, our next presenter will surely astonish us with her outfit. to share with us IPT for Quarter 3 for Grade 10. Let's give a round of applause to Ma'am Priscilla F. Salazar of Orani National High School.
Despite a very challenging school year brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, education never stops. All possible means to put the message for learning across our learners and are being addressed by our DepEd officials, especially in the school's Division of Bataan. Thus, from the collaborative effort of the grade 10 teachers of Orani National High School, we have come up with this integrative performance output for the third quarter. This integrative performance output aims to merge the theories learned from the self-learning modules of the students into one performance task encompassing the competencies from all the learning areas in grade 10. In this IPO, we made use of TLE Cookery as the main performance output, wherein along the process of realizing the output, students will religiously and systematically follow the procedures. In this way, they have to bear in mind what each subject requires them to do as they work on with their output. With great pride, let me present to you the product of our hard work. IPO Grade 10, Quarter 3. This is Mrs. Priscilla F. Salazar from Orani National High School, Maine, Orani District. These are the people who work with me in order to finish this IPO. Thank you so much, dear teachers. Through the supervision of our very supportive and hardworking school principal, district supervisor, IPT district coordinator, and LRMDS coordinator. Thank you, great people, for your usual support and cooperation. A layout on how we show the interconnectedness of each learning competencies from TLE to 7 other learning areas. Yes, we were able to integrate TLE MELCs into Filipino, English, Science, Math, AP, ESP, and MAPE. And this is our GRASP model. This will guide learners and learning facilitator what they are going to do as they apply skills they have learned. The first letter is G, which stands for the goal. Their goal is to produce a short film documentary with a script that will run for 5 to 7 minutes. Since they are going to prepare a film documentary, students need to have a script. So the first role of a student can be a script writer, a planner, a researcher, chef, singer, and an artist. And for letter A, the audience, it could be some of the family members and their subject teachers. For letter S, situation, as part of the planned division culminating activity for the third quarter, SDO Bataan through the Curriculum Implementation Division will conduct a division contest on film category making that will showcase the IPO in grade 10 for the third quarter. Schools are enjoined to send one representative for the said contest. Letter P is for product or performance. Make a short film documentary with a script that will run for 5 to 7 minutes. And S for standard. Rubrics will be used in rating students' performance. This will be our sample rubrics, which we are going to use in rating students' performance.
Ano nga ba ang nauna? Itlog nga ba o manok? Ito ang tanong na madalas itanong sa akin, Itay. Kapag namumuli ng manok na Tagalog sa aming bakuran, sabi nga ni Itay, sa isang buong manok na iaadobo, kayang pasayahin kahit ang 12 miyembro ng pamilya. Kaiba ang lasa ng kanyang adobo. Niluluto niya kasi ito na may pagmamahal. Kaya naman, ito ang aking paboritong pagkain noon. Noon, buhat ng si Itay ay mawala at kunin ng Panginoon. Siguro, ang daming napapasaya sa langit ni Itay. Masarap kasi magluto si Itay kung paanong masarap din siyang magmahal bilang ama. Kumpleto sa sangkap, kumpleto sa lasa, parang adobo niya. Si Inay, ayaw nang kumain ng adobo. At ito ang gusto kong ipamulat kay Inay, na hindi lang si Itay ang may masarap na timpla ng adobo. Lang si Itay ang masarap magmahal, na kahit wala na siya, ay may isang taon nagmamahal sa kanya, at kayang-kayang ibalik ang timpla at lasa ng adobong nawala. Na ang nag-iisa niyang anak ay nasasabik na nakitang muli ang matamis na ngiti sa labi ni Inay habang tinitikman ng adobong manok. Ay, salamat sa integrated performance output na ito. Binigyan ako ng pagkakataon na buhayan sa alaala ko si Itay. Bago ko sinimulang hulihin si Jolly, Max, Kent, inimbitahan ko ang malalapit na miyembro ng pamilya sa isang masaganang pananghalian. 12 ang nangakong pupunta ngayong araw na ito. Si Jolly, Max, Kent ay magiging adobes. Kung lutuin ng aking adobes, hinalo-halo ang bawang at manok. Sa mantika, na sinuga ng patatas sa tutlog upang magkasya para sa lahat. At nihalukan ito sa toyo, minta, syempre, ang lihim na sangkap ni Itay, oyster sauce, liver spread, at keso. Akalain mo yon? Nagkukumahog na pumasok sa kusina si Inay nang maamoy ang aking niluluto. Nangilid ang luha sa kanyang mga mata nang sabihin kong, "Nay, adobes ko para sa inyo. Pinagluto kita ng pinakamasarap na adobes kasi miss na kita. Miss ko na yung dating ikaw. Love you, Nay." Kahit araw-araw akong magluto ng adobes, makita lang kitang araw-araw masaya. Patakbo akong niyakap ng may pagmamahal, Inay. At nang matikman niya ang aking adobes, sabi niya, "Nangingiti sa labi, mas masarap ang adobo ko sa luto ni Itay." Iyon din ang sabi ng inimbitahan naming iba pang miyembro ng pamilya para sa tanghalian. Salamat sa Diyos at binigyan ako ng kasanayan ng humawak ng kawali at sandok. Pinagkalooban niya ako ng maayos na panlasa upang matimpla ng tama ang lasa ng aking lutuin. At dahil sa nagustuhan ni Inay ang aking adobes, nakaimbento ako ng bagong putahe mula rito, ang aking adoreta. Ito ang adobo na kinaldareta, kaya si Inay hindi na nawawala ang ngiti sa labi ngayon kasi alam niya na ang kanyang nag-iisang anak kailanman ay hindi siya iiwan ni pababayaan man.
ang script na sinulat ni Eliza Nicole Paredes ng Grade 10 Hebrew Cookery.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Salazar. And again, from the same presenter, from Orani National High School, to present IPT Quarter 4 for grade 10, let's all welcome back Ma'am Priscilla F. Salazar.
Integrative Performance Task, 4th Quarter. Once again, I am Mrs. Priscilla F. Salazar, Grade 10 teacher from Orani National High School Main Campus, presenting our IPO for the 4th quarter. Success is not an accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. Thank you, dear teachers, for your cooperation. We made it. Thank you also to my school principal, Ma'am Arlene M. Matilde, to our district supervisor, Ma'am Arlene S. Carlos, IPT district coordinator, Sir Alfredo E. De Leon, and of course to our LRMDS district coordinator, Ma'am Hilda S. De Vivar. This diagram showed how we integrated TLE Cookery into other 7 learning areas. For the general performance output, a multimedia or demonstration presentation showing students' performance in preparing meat dishes while integrating and exhibiting skills learned from interrelated learning areas. This chart displayed the particular subject, its most essential learning competency, and the performance output. This output can be done individually or by group. For their goal, they are going to create a multimedia presentation with a script showing students' performance in preparing meat dishes while integrating and exhibiting skills learned from interrelated learning areas. Subject teachers will explain how students will go on with their task. Their role could be a writer, a researcher, a chef, a videographer, and an artist. And for their audience, it could be some of their family members and their subject teachers. For the situation, students are preparing for a mini cooking show, applying skills learned in different learning areas. For product or performance, a multimedia presentation with a script showing students' performance in preparing meat dishes while integrating skills learned in other learning areas. And for the standard, rubrics will be used by the teachers and learning facilitator in rating students' performance. A sample video production rubric which we can use in rating our students' performance. Though this school year has been tough and challenging, still, Learners, teachers, parents, and school administrators were able to take a big leap and cope up with the test of time. Students learn in such a different way. Parents and guardians took much of their time to help their children with the lessons and modules. Hence, we came at the end, fourth quarter, final task to accomplish, performances to work with, and bids it goodbyes to classmates and teachers who played a very memorable part of your studies amidst this COVID-19 pandemic. No matter what lies ahead of us, let us always remember that behind dark clouds, sun still shines. All these shall pass. It will surely does. Congrats in advance, my dear students.
Thanks, Ma'am Salazar. At this moment, let's take a look at the group of presenters from the senior high school who will definitely show the taste to our audience. And to lead, to present IPT Quarter 3 for Grade 11 from Justice Emilio Angeles Caico Memorial High School, Bargon District, let's give it up for Ma'am Ethel Joy Gonzalez.
Hi everyone! I'm here to present to you the integrative performance task of Justice Emilio Angeles Gancaico Memorial High School or Yon District for the Grade 11 Quarter 3, and I'm Ethel Joy R. Gonzalez. This output won't be possible without the collaborative efforts of our development team. We were able to integrate 10 subjects for this integrative performance task, and we have the disaster readiness and risk reduction as the main subject. I have here the list of subjects, competencies, and the performance outputs. We made it sure that the performance outputs are aligned with the competencies we set for each subject area. Now we start with the disaster readiness and risk reduction. Performance output. Dialogues from one of the characters in the story stating important information about earthquake, its hazards, and impact prevention and reduction. Pagbasa at pagsusuri ng iba't ibang teksto tungkol sa pananaliksik. Performance output. Mga pahayag mula sa isang tauhan sa maikling kwento na nagsasabi kung ano ang kabuluhan o kahalagahan ng pagiging handa sa anumang sakuna. Next from the list of course subjects. 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. Performance output. Dialogues from one of the characters in the short story sharing his or her recent experience during an earthquake using imagery. Statistics and probability. Dialogues from one of the characters in the short story stating an example of informative data which is a result of the use of percentile in earthquake-related observations. Next from the list of core subjects. Physical education and health. Performance output. Dialogues from one of the characters in the short story sharing how he or she applies the FIT principle that he or she has learned in responding to the situation in times of disaster. With reading and writing, we have the performance output. Claims explicitly or implicitly expressed in the dialogues of the characters in the short story. Last from the list of core subjects, physical science. Performance output. Statements from one of the characters in the short story on how collision theory happened during earthquakes. Applied subject. We have practical research 1. Performance output. Statements from one of the characters in the short story about a comprehensive video content about earthquake, its hazards, impact prevention with proper citation. With specialized subjects, we have General Biology 1 for STEM students. Statements from one of the characters in the short story on how to do basic first aid treatment once the disorder or disease is identified. Discipline and ideas in the applied social sciences for our YUM students. Dialogues from one of the characters in the story who is a guidance counselor informing the other characters that they can seek counsel before and after earthquake as a way to help them in processing their thoughts and emotions after the earthquake and other life situations. Grasp. We have the goal. Your goal is to write a short story that will entertain and at the same time inform the readers about mitigating impact of earthquake hazards. Role. You are a short story writer. Audience. People in your community or general public. Situation. You are a writer who wants to inform the public on how to lessen impact of earthquake hazards, so you decided to write a short, entertaining, and informative story about earthquake disaster mitigation. Product. A short story about a family formulating an emergency preparedness plan to guide them on what to do before, during, and after an earthquake. It's optional, but you may ask your students to include a drawing or a photo related to the short story you made. Standard criteria for success. The performance task is to be assessed with the following guidelines. And here's the rubrics. I have here a sample product or output from one of my UM students. You can actually ask your students to highlight which part of their short story targets a specific subject area. And with that, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am NLN, to share with us her video of IPT Quarter 4 for grade 11. Let's put our hands together for Ma'am Ara A. Reyes.
Good morning, everyone. I am here to present to you the integrative performance task that was collaboratively crafted by the grade 11 teachers of Justice Emilio Angeles Gancayco Memorial High School of Orion District for Quarter 4. I am Ara A. Reyes, one of the authors and also the content editor. This IPT won't be possible without the supervision and guidance of our school principal, Dr. Angelo R. Basilio, together with our assistant school principal, Dr. Miguel B. Cayabyab, and our very supportive district supervisor, Dr. Minerva P. Rillo. We have integrated 15 subjects in this performance task, but the performance outputs that must be seen in the product, which is a comic strip, depend on the strand of the student. We can see on this table the subject, competencies, and the performance output. We make sure that each competency is aligned with the performance output. Let me begin with the main subject, disaster readiness and risk reduction. 3 panels in the comic strip showing a family on how they formulate an emergency preparedness plan to guide them on what to do before, during, and after the occurrence of events like typhoons. Para sa pagbasa at pagsusuri ng iba't ibang teksto tungo sa pananaliksik, kahulugan ng mga konseptong may kaugnayan sa pananaliksik sa pamamagitan ng 2 panel sa comic strip hinggil sa paparating na bagyo at kung paano ito mapaghahandaan. For 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world, 2 panels in the comics showing a story of how Filipinos survived devastating typhoons. For statistic and probability, an illustration in the comics showing an example of real-life application where conclusion about the population mean is evident in the history, prevention, or protection from any potential hydrometeorological hazards. For physical education and health, 2 panels in the comics showing appropriate clothes during cold weather, example, typhoon. For reading and writing skills, 2 panels in the comics showing a weather forecast using textual evidence. For physical science, illustrations in the comic strip presenting ways to determine astronomical phenomena like the position of the moon and the sun before the advent of telescopes that may explain the occurrence of typhoon. For applied subject, we have Practical Research 1. 2 panels in the comics showing a story on how a rescuer or respondents are planning in data collection, data gathering, and data analysis before, during, and after the typhoon. For specialized subjects, we have General Biology 1. For STEM students, 2 panels in the comics showing the difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration and how it can be used in the different activities as preparation for a strong typhoon. For basic calculus, for STEM students, an illustration in the comics showing an example of real-life application of exponential growth or decay is evident in the history, prevention, or protection from any potential hydrometeorological hazards. For discipline and ideas in the applied social sciences for YUM students, 2 panels in the comics showing an interview with a resident or survivor of a strong typhoon. For Philippine politics and governance for YUM students, 3 panels in the comics showing an interview with a politician asking about his or her preparations and plans to help his or her constituents before, during, and after typhoon as part of his or her political campaign or propaganda. For applied economics for ABM students, 3 panels in the comics showing an interview with business establishment owners as to the application of SWOT or TOS analysis in their businesses considering inevitable events that might affect the business operation. For food beverage services for HE students, 3 panels in the comics showing an interview with relief food organizers or volunteers on how they prepare healthy and safe foods before, during, and after a typhoon. For shielded metal arc welding for SMAU students, 3 panels in the comics showing pointers in checking of roof structures involving welded parts as preparation for any potential hydrometeorological hazards such as typhoon, flash floods, La Nina, and surge. Now let me present to you our GRASP. This acronym stands for Goal, Role, Audience, Situation, Product, and Standard. For the goal, your goal is to create a comic strip and upload it in your Facebook account. The comic strip should contain information about the strong typhoon that is about to enter the Philippine Area of Responsibility or PAR, and how readers must prepare to protect themselves from flood and possible storm surge. For the role, you are a cartoonist or a comic strip creator. For the audience, people in your community or general public. Situation. A strong typhoon is expected to enter the Philippine Area of Responsibility or PAR, and you want to disseminate information on how to be protected from flood and possible storm surge through a comic strip. You may rearrange the sequence of the performance outputs to come up with the story in your comics. The number of panels is also indicated to serve as your guide. For the product, comic strip with number of panels indicated in the table guide. We also have here the rubrics so that the students will be aware on how he or she will be graded. I have here a sample output of one of my students who has knowledge on digital art. This is a very flexible IPT because it can be used for both modular distance learning and online distance learning. That would be all for grade 11 quarter 4. Thank you so much and God bless us all.
Thank you, Ma'am Ara. Now, another enthusiastic presenter to showcase IPT quarter 3 of grade 12. Let's hear it from Ma'am Laida Vivantugan of Morong National High School, Senior High School.
Good morning everyone, I am Teacher Rida and I am here to present to you the Integrity Performance Task in Accountancy, Business and Management 12 for Quarter 3. This is an integration of work immersion, inquiries, investigations and immersion, physical education and health, contemporary Philippine arts from the regions, business ethics and social responsibility, and business finance. And here are the learning competencies integrated. Formulates clearly the statement of research problem. Scan the market and identify potential business opportunities to capitalize. Cite practical situation when to apply knowledge and intellectual property, copyright, and fair use guidelines. Relates the significance of arts from the regions. Demonstrate proper etiquette and safety and use of facilities and equipment. Explain the flow of funds within an organization through and from the enterprise and the role of the financial manager. Explain how developed systems influence business practices. And the expected outputs are research question or the statement of the problem, formulate and identify marketing problems, create a survey questionnaire showing intellectual property, copyright, and fair use guidelines, create a flowchart or diagram about business enterprise, demonstrate proper etiquette and safety and use of facilities and equipment, identify participants in conducting the study, and lastly, illustrate literature review on the belief system in business practices. And the method used in this interpretive performance task is GRASP. For the goal, the students is to create a research proposal that will analyze business opportunities. Role, you are assigned to create a research proposal from chapters 1 to 3 based on business enterprise. For the audience, the people who will participate on the research activity and business enterprise activity. The situation is to conduct a business enterprise activity and research activity. And for the product, the business enterprise-based research proposal. And the standard, the given standard rubrics given by the SDO Bataan. Since the lead subject of this integrity performance task is I3, we have conducted a virtual proposal defense. And the highlights of this activity are And with that, I am Ma'am Lida Valdez Bantugan. See you soon. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Lida Bantugan. Now, our last but definitely not the least, to share another exemplary video of IPT for Senior High School Quarter 4 from Morong National High School. A round of applause for Ma'am Julianne D. Centillas.
Good day, everyone. Here is our integrative performance task or output in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I am Ma'am Julianne Centillas from Morong National High School, Senior High School, Morong District, and I am here to present to you the STEM 12's Integrative Performance Task for Quarter 4. Here is our development team. So our main subject for this performance task is the work immersion or the capstone project. We integrated 4 subjects in this one. We have inquiries, investigations, and immersion, contemporary Philippine arts from the regions, media and information literacy, and general chemistry 2. So the major output for this task is the community-based and output-based research paper related with STEM. So here are the learning areas, competencies, and performance output. For work immersion, the competency is evaluating the work immersion experience by presenting a portfolio. The output is to present a portfolio of experiences you have in conducting community-based research. For inquiries, investigations, and immersion, the competency is submits final written research report, and the output would be submitting a final written research report. For contemporary Philippine arts from the regions, the competency is creates the intended final product using appropriate materials for the best possible output, and their output would be creating a research-based product using local products in the community. For media and information literacy, produce a creative text-based, visual-based, audio-based, motion-based, and manipulative-based presentation using design principle and elements. For the output, they have to produce a PowerPoint presentation of their research to the panel by applying the design principle and elements. For general chemistry 2, the competency is describe laboratory procedures in determining concentration of solutions. For performance output, create useful products that are made using appropriate laboratory procedures. So here is the grasp for this integrative performance task. For the goal, we have for the work immersion, evaluating work immersion experience by presenting a portfolio. For inquiries, investigations, and immersion, submits final written research report. For contemporary Philippine arts from the regions, the goal is to create the intended final product using appropriate materials for the best possible output. For media and information literacy, the goal is to produce a creative text-based, visual-based, audio-based, motion-based, and manipulative-based presentation using design principle and elements. And lastly, for general chemistry, the goal is to describe laboratory procedures in determining concentration of solutions. The role is the students are assigned to create a research paper from chapters 1 to 5 based on STEM. The audience would be the people who will participate in the research activity. And the situation is conducting a final product or output-based research paper that can contribute in the field of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and the completion of work immersion portfolio. For the product, it will be product-based research paper that is related to STEM and also their product of their research. For the standard, the given standard rubrics from SDO Bataan. So here are the examples of the students' outputs. So here is their virtual defense. So here is their summary of the research paper. And here is their work immersion portfolio. So here is the unprinted version. And another one is the hard copy version of the student. That's all for my presentation. Thank you and God bless everyone.
Thank you, Ma'am Julie, and thanks to all the presenters. Congratulations for that very eye-catching, demonstrative, and informative video presentations. And you are all winners, Ma'am G.
Yes, congratulations for presenters and also to the school heads and supervisors who provided assistance to our teacher presenters. Just to sir, they are all winners, but from among the presentations, 3 will be chosen as the finest presenters.
Yes, ma'am. Now, let's move on to the moment that we are all waiting for. The awarding of certificate and other special awards. Siyempre, with all the efforts and sacrifices of the teachers during the crafting of IEDs, the fears during critiquing, and the nights without sleep in video preparation, it is but fair and just to recognize all this endeavor.
Yes, you're right, sir. Aside from the benefits the teachers earn during this task, These simple certificates could add motivation for them to continue doing high-level performance. But before we distribute the certificates of recognition, allow me to read the citations. Certificate of recognition is awarded to for the outstanding achievement in the development of integrity performance tasks given this 13th day of July 2021 during the Division Showcase and Awarding Ceremonies of Outstanding Integrity Performance Tasks per Division Memorandum Number 260, Series of 2021.
And the citations of the certificates for our school heads and supervisors.
Okay, so the certificate of recognition is awarded to the supervisor for the outstanding achievement in the development of integrity performance tasks given this 13th day of July 2021 during the Division Showcase and Awarding Ceremonies of Outstanding Integrity Performance Tasks per Division Memorandum Number 260, Series 2021.
So ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our awardees. From the Mount National High School, congratulations to Ma'am Miljoy G. Salina, School Head Dr. Marijoy B. Mendoza, LR and IPT Coordinators, Sir Jerwin C. Perez and Ma'am Joanne C. Padua. District Supervisor, Ma'am Elma P. Rizzo.
Congratulations, Ma'am Miljoy. So now from Lamau National High School, a round of applause for Ma'am Maria R.P.A. Escaris. School Head, Dr. Mary Joy P. Mendoza. LRMDS and IPP Coordinators, Mr. Jerwin C. Perez and Ma'am Joanne C. Padua. District Supervisor, Ma'am Elma E. Rizzo.
Our next awardee from Pablo Roman National High School, congratulations to Ma'am Olita C. Atuan. School Head, Dr. Loretta Michelle W. Bamba. IPP and LR Coordinators, Ma'am Lacardi P. Valor and Joseph Ralph S. Rizzo. District Supervisor, Ma'am Teresita R. Parjales.
Thank you and congratulations, Ma'am Molita. So another awardee from Pablo Roman National High School. Let's give it up for Ma'am Emelita P. Reyes. Our school head, Dr. Loretta Michelle W. Bamba. LRMBS and RPT Coordinators, Ma'am Laarni P. Valor and Sir Joseph Ralph S. Bison. District Supervisor, Ma'am Teresita R. Gonzales.
Thank you, Ma'am Loretta. From Balsik National High School, let's share the victory of Ma'am Veronica J. Cordova, School Head Ma'am Leceria Mateo, LR and IPT Coordinators, Ma'am Mayrika S. Pineda and Ma'am Melanie S. Pugar. District Supervisor, Sir Ronnie S. Mendoza.
Congratulations, Ma'am Cordova. Now from Hermosa National High School, let's put our hands together for Ma'am Ursuline P. Gildo. School Head, Dr. Rachel Ortiz Sakrala. LRMBS and IPT Coordinators, Ma'am Mayrika S. Pineda and Ma'am Melanie S. Pugar. District Supervisor, Mr. Ronnie S. Mendoza.
Congratulations, Ma'am Lindok. Now, our next awardee from Orani National High School, our applause for Ma'am Priscilla F. Salazar. School Head, Ma'am Arlene M. Matilde. LR and IPT coordinators, Sir Brian B. Benaventura and Ma'am Hilda B. Saison. District Supervisor, Ma'am Arlene S. Carlos.
Okay, so another certificate shall be awarded to Ma'am Salazar. So congratulations, Ma'am. From Orani National High School again, a warm applause for Ma'am Priscilla F. Salazar. School F, Ma'am Arlene M. Matilde. LRMBS and IPT coordinators, Mr. Brian B. Benaventura and Ma'am Hilda B. Saison. District Supervisor, Arlene S. Carlos.
Kingston Salazar. From the Senior High School Group, let's give a big hand to Ma'am Ethel Joy Gonzalez of Justice Emilio Angeles del Caipo Memorial High School. School Head, Dr. Angelo Basilio. Assistant Principal, Dr. Miguel D. Cayabia. LR and IPT coordinators, Ma'am Yani Vanessa C. Enriquez and Ma'am Amelia F. Letuta. District Supervisor, Dr. Minerva P. Hill.
Congratulations, Miss Ethel. And another awardee from the same school, Justice Emilio Angeles del Caipo Memorial High School, Mornas for Ma'am Ara A. Reyes. School F, Dr. Angelo Basilio. Assistant Principal, Dr. Miguela B. Cayabia. And RMDS and IPT coordinators, Ma'am Yani Vanessa C. Enriquez and Ma'am Amelia F. Letuta. District Supervisor, Dr. Minerva P. Liu.
Thank you, Ma'am Ana. Now, to receive Certificate of Recognition from Morong National High School, Senior High School, a round of applause for Ma'am Lyda B. Mantugan. School Head, Ma'am Emelita G. Pardo. Assistant Principal, Ma'am Rodelita P. Filipino. LR and IPT coordinators, Sir Erickson M. Maneglam and Ma'am Maria Cecilia L. Pago. District Supervisor, Sir Jonathan D. De Guzman.
Congratulations, Ma'am Maida Bartuta. Now, the last presenter to receive Certificate of Recognition from Morong National High School. Let's hear it from Ma'am Julie Ann B. Centurias. School Head, Ma'am Emelita G. Pablo. Assistant Principal, Ma'am Romelita D. Filipino. LRMDS and IPT coordinators, Mr. Erickson M. Maneglam and Ma'am Maria Cecilia M. Pablo. District Supervisor, Mr. Jonathan D. De Guzman.
Congratulations, Ma'am Julie, and congratulations once again to all our awardees. SDO Bataan recognizes excellent performance of teachers in the field, and so special awards are designed to celebrate this outstanding performance.
And the newborn awards are the Gawad CID Chief, the Gawad ASDS, and the Gawad SDS. And also we have the Volume Award. The first 3 awards will be given to 3 presenters from the elementary and 3 from the secondary, who are judged to have presented the best video presentation during this event. And the volume award shall be awarded to the district who produced the highest number of accredited IPPs in collaboration with the district community.
And ma'am, so let's begin with the volume award. Our awardee, the district that produced the most number of submitted IPPs for the third and fourth quarter. But first, let me read the citation. Republic of the Philippines Department of Education, Region 3, Schools Division Office of Bataan, awards the Certificate of Recognition to the highest number of submitted integrative performance tasks. Given this 13th day of July 2021, during the showcase and awarding ceremonies of outstanding integrative performance tasks per division memorandum number 260, series 2021. And this certificate is awarded to Orion District. Congratulations!
Congratulations team! Sabi nga nila sa Ron, this is one of the district's achievements. And they go with the motto. Great achievements are nurtured with the cooperation of many minds with a common vision, working forward with common goals.
Yes ma'am, that's right. It is really the oneness that will make one team reach their goal. So to proceed, all of the video presentations together with the sample outputs were undeniably great, but 6 presenters stand out from the rest.
Yes, sir. Their unique way made them stand out among the 25 presenters. And before we announce the 3 awardees for Gawad CIP, ASDS, and SDS, and another 3 awardees for the secondary, let me read first the citation. The Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 3, Schools Division of Bataan, awards this Gawad CIP Chief, Gawad ASDS, and Gawad SDS2 the Best Integrative Performance Task and Output Presentation during the Division Showcase and Awarding of Outstanding Integrative Performance Tasks held on July 12 to 13, 2021 via Facebook Live and YouTube per Division Memorandum Number 260, Series 2021. Sir, can you do the honor, the favor of announcing our winners?
Our first to receive the Gawad CIP Chief Certificate from the elementary level, the award is given to
from Kabatang Elementary School, Ma'am Normita De La Rosa.
And from the secondary level, the awardee is
from Pablo Roman National High School, Ma'am Emerita P. Reyes.
And to receive the Gawad ASDS, let's have on screen from the elementary level, the award is given to
from Pelayo Robiano Elementary School, Ma'am Jexlyn S. Manrique.
And from the secondary level, the awardee is
Justice Emilio Angeles Gancayco Memorial High School, Senior High School, Ma'am Ethel Joy Gonzalez.
Finally, the Gawad SDS. The Gawad SDS award goes to the elementary level. The award is given to
from Paisawan Elementary School, Ma'am Bernadette De La Cruz.
And from the secondary level, the awardee is
from Justice Emilio A. Gaycanco Memorial High School, Ma'am Ara Reyes.
Congratulations to our awardees. We know the awards you received are only secondary to our purpose. The goal is to provide quality teaching, quality resources, and quality service. Diba, sir?
Yes, ma'am. This is just the beginning. This marks the beginning of a new challenge for all of us. And we will expect the IPPs that we will produce for the 3 quarters. It will be more relevant, useful, and according to the ability of our students.
Yeah, that's true, sir Ron. So I think this event will serve as a challenge to all of us. Let's all embrace the challenge, because challenges are opportunities to learn, to yearn, and to grow. So good luck to all of us, and congratulations once again to all the awardees. I think it's time to close this event, Sir Ron.
Yes, ma'am. To give her message, let's call on screen the very supportive and down-to-earth mother of the Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. Milagros M. Peñaflor.
Hello, my respect to our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Roland M. Pronda, to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir William Roderick Palurin, my dear Education Program Supervisors, District Supervisors, our teacher presenters, our LR coordinators, the technical team headed by Sir Edgar Garcia, to our two hosts, Sir Ron and Ma'am Gigi. Isang magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako ay nagagalak dahil sa wakas, natuloy din natin yung showcase ng ating mga integrative performance tasks at ng ating outputs ng mga bata. Nakakatuwa dahil ang ating pong mga bata ay nakita nating nag-perform. Hindi sila nahirapan doon sa collaborative efforts ng ating mga guro na makapag-deliver yung mga bata natin ng isang output, out of the many skills, the many competencies of the different learning areas. Ito po ay simula lamang at ito ay pagpapatuloy natin sa mga darating pang school year, sa darating pang mga quarters na ating pagsasamahan, lalo na para matiyak natin ang ating mga bata ay natututo. So, congratulations, my dear teacher presenters. We hope to see more of this sa mga susunod pang pagkakataon. Thank you and God bless us all.
Thank you so much, Mamila. As we bring this showcase and awarding to a close, we once again thank you for allowing us to be here for 2 days, and we hope this activity has given each and every one of us delight and honor.
And thank you also to our technical working group headed by Sir Edgar H. Garcia, and to the CID team led by Dr. Milagros M. Peñaflor, our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Roland M. Pronda, and our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, William Roderick Palurin, and most importantly, to all the teacher presenters, also the school heads and supervisors. And thank you very much, partner.
Thanks, Ma'am G. I really enjoyed working with you and the technical working group. And allow me to read this quote from Virginia Berry. Cooperation is the thorough conviction that nobody can get there unless everybody gets there. SDO Bataan, everybody is with you.
SDO Bataan, congratulations and more power.
Goodbye. God bless us all.